Hey guys, how we doing? Welcome to today's video. As much as like, hold on a second. My message failed. Anyway, on today's video, I'm gonna help you guys out a little bit. I think that's what my main objective is today. So if you guys don't have the app Lightroom, I highly recommend you download it on your iPhone or your Android. It's free, and it can turn your photos from a bland pick to something amazing quite easily. I put a poll out the other week on my Instagram asking how many people have the app, and not many people do. So I'm gonna show you guys how good it is. I'm gonna take some photos out here on obviously my camera, my iPhone, and even my GoPro, just to show you that you can transform any image regardless of where it's been taken on, what it's been taken on. Damn, brain's not working today. But yeah, so I'm just gonna screen record the whole thing. It's gonna be a lot of me talking, but I guess we'll go take some snaps first thing, and yeah, we'll dive into how to use Lightroom and how to get the best out of your images. Sweet. Hey. Oh my god. So since the last time I spoke to you guys, that was like at 10. It is now 4:30, and this is the first break I'm getting today. Today has been mental. I've had 18 groups back to back. I had one opportunity to go to the bathroom and another opportunity to eat some lunch, and I took them. Dude, today's been crazy. Anyway, I guess because the sun's out, people want to get ziplining. Regardless, I'm gonna go down and take some photos now on this guy, my phone, and my GoPro. Not just the bikes, but just, I don't know, some other nature stuff, and maybe some, oh my god, that guy was hooking ass. Anyway, and I'll come back, get them all on my iPhone, and then we'll jump into the Lightroom app on our phones, and if you want, you can join along with me and we can edit some photos together, or if not, you can just watch me edit photos and I can show you how easy it is to get the best out of your images. Sweet, let's do it. Hello, how are we going? As you can see, guys, I am no longer outside in the wilderness. I'm back home. My phone died. Also, the screen recording app that I was using only let me record for a minute. So that's pretty fucking pointless for what we're about to do. So I guess without, further to do, I've taken my photos. We will slam this new screen recording app that I've downloaded called Record It, and we will start recording, and you guys can see how you can turn your photos into beautiful pieces of artwork with the simple app on your iPhone or your freaking Android, Samsung, HTC, Google Pixel, whatever the fuck you use. Alright, cool. So let's just record it. Come on. Why? I don't want to broadcast. What the fuck? Starting broadcast. Cool. So to start things off, guys, obviously we'll just go straight into the App Store and we'll have a look at. Yeah, so we'll just go straight into the App Store. I don't know why I'm being a fucking retarded person here. And the app that you do want is obviously Lightroom. It's going to be this guy here. Obviously, I'm going to have the screen recording playing somewhere here so you guys can see. Anyway, so we're just going to open it up. We're going to open up Lightroom. Obviously, you're going to have to sign up, put your email address and stuff in, but the app is free. It is free. Let me just make sure that's very clear. It is free. I pay like $48 or something a month for my Adobe Suite. One of the apps I do have on my laptop is the Adobe Lightroom. And don't get me wrong, on the laptop you can do a little thing, like some other things that you can't do on the phone app, but you can do so much on this app for free. Like, free. No money, no charge. That was racist, shouldn't have done that. For free. Alright, but anyway, so I've already uploaded all the photos and I've downloaded them into Lightroom because this is the second time I'm filming this, because the first time my screen recording stopped after a minute and I didn't realize. So what you would do to add photos in, you would hit this little plus sign down here and you'd scroll down and select whatever you want to add to Lightroom. You can multi-select, so if you hold down, oh, sorry, that's a picture of my normal daily schedule. If you hold down, you'll hit select, and then you'll be able to multi-select whatever you want. So you can upload, you can import multiple photos at a time, which is super freaking handy. Cool. So anyway, I don't want to do any of that shit because I've already got all my photos here. I do want to keep in mind for everyone that is watching this, obviously there's going to be a huge difference in quality of image between my Sony camera, my GoPro, and then my iPhone. That being that the Sony camera can shoot raw images, so the image files are larger, so there's more to play with, more to alter, you can get more out of an image. Same with the GoPro photos, and then also with the GoPro and the Sony photos, you do have the ability to control, ISO levels, shutter speeds, etc., etc. Let's just keep that in mind when we are going through these images and editing them. And obviously we'll show you before and afters after every edit. And yeah, cool. So we'll just jump into this first photo of this bike rider that I took. Not a bad photo. I've exposed it to how I would like my image. That's another thing I do need to mention as well. When it comes to editing, it is all in the eye of the beholder. Like there is, nothing wrong with what you think looks good versus what someone else thinks looks good. I edit to what I like to see. You might not like it. Cool. But yeah, I'm just going to show you what I like to do and how easy it is to make an image look completely different on an iPhone. So anyway, straight off the bat here, you do have the auto function, which is just going to be Lightroom's recommendation of what they think is the best outcome. And you can use this as a guideline to what you can sort of work with. You can hit auto and then still go into the settings and then see what they've done and then, work off that. Or you can just completely ignore it like I usually do because I don't like the way that it does it. So I'm going to jump straight into light. And I'm just going to, straight off the bat, I'm going to put a little bit of contrast into this fella. I'm going to drop the highlights a little bit just because I like moody I like moody images. I'm going to go straight into the shadows. I'm going to drop the shadows a little bit as well. And the blacks. Drop the blacks a little bit. And then that's pretty much all I'm going to do for now, because the next thing, before I even touch color, I'm going to go into effects. And I'm going to play with this clarity button. Clarity seems to be my favorite thing. I feel like it really just sort of punches the images out a little bit more, makes them, pop a bit more. That's what you want. You makes a little, you know what I'm saying? I actually use my own sound effects in these videos. So if you ever hear that's me filming, that's me recording me doing this, and then I just turn it up and fix it a little bit in audio things. Cool, sorry, who cares? Anyway, same with texture. Give it a little bit extra texture, make those tree leaves sort of pop in the ground, look a bit more gritty. And then the dehaze thing. This is where you can really darken your image if you really want to get that real dark, moody, I'm in a forest, there's a mountain biker type guy doing what he's doing, which is something I enjoy doing. So I'm gonna put a little bit of dehaze in this guy. I am sorry, my nose is so freaking itchy. Anyway, and then the vignette. You can vignetting is just like, it's just like it sort of gives the image a bit of like a fisheye look, but it sort of just crops the outer skirts and gives it a bit of, a little bit of darkness, really punches and focuses in on, whatever is center of frame. So yeah, for me, that's pretty much all I would do there. But while we are on the topic of cropping in and stuff, I am going to go to crop, and I'm just going to, super important to have this button here at the bottom where it says free and locked, to have that free, so you have free range of just scaling it to whatever you want. And I'm just going to make sure that the biker is pretty much in the middle of the frame, and fucking yeah, that's it done. You know what I mean? That was pretty easy. I'm not even, I could jump into colors if I really wanted to. I don't know why that's already tinted towards purple. I do not want that. You can jump into the colors, hit the mix button here, and then choose your individual colors, or you can grab this little selector up here, which you can then put onto, you press on the phone wherever you feel, and then you can change. You can scroll your finger up and down to change the color of the leaves if that's what you really want to. And then you can select down the bottom the hue, saturation, or luminance, The hue is really just like the coloring of the, I guess, what you like. So the hue is like the color tone, when the saturation is the amount of saturation it has, and then the luminance is going to be the amount of light on that color, if that makes any sense. So if we were to hit luminance here, and we'll drop it down, it minuses the color, like the amount of color, amount of light that's on it, so it just gets darker. And if we were to drag it up, adds more light to the color, and it becomes brighter. You know what I mean? Pretty straightforward. But yeah, so the thing about Whistler is that it is so naturally already saturated. Like the colors look fucking pretty good the way they are from my point of view and what I like to do. So I'm just gonna leave that as that. And yeah, so before and after, I honestly really didn't do too much to this image, but it just looks so much more moody and just like, whoa, I'm a bike rider fucking doing shit and looking fucking boss, you know what I mean? And then what did that take me? It took me like a couple seconds. Fucking piss easy, slam it on Instagram, people are gonna froth it, you know what I mean? And you've brought the best out of that image. See, and now, the next thing you can do, especially if you are like me, and when you do go shoot, you keep your settings pretty much on point the whole time, don't really change them unless something drastically happens, like a huge fucking amount of sunlight comes in, whatever it was. But for this point, you know, the lighting stays quite, you know, quite the same the whole time. So you can come up here, you can create a preset. And then let's just say, I've already got a preset saved as my mountain biking preset, but anyway, let's just put MTB, and then we'll save it in the mountains one, and we'll click yes, thank you. And then now what we can do, we can go look at another image that I did take of someone mountain biking. Let's have a look at this guy here. And then we can just scroll down to this area here where it says presets. And then I've always, as you can see, I've got downhill mountain biking, which is just one from before, but we'll click on the MTB and then your image is completely done, ready to go. Like, how simple is that? It's so simple, honestly. Guys, you need to get Lightroom in your life and just make your photos look that much better. And then so for this image, and like, you know, presets aren't, they can be something that you just drop and post, but you know, it's usually just a guideline to get your image where you want it to be. So no preset is ever going to make the image look exactly how you want it. It's purely just a guideline. If you guys do want any of the presets that I have saved on my phone, drop a comment down below and I'll just email them to you. I'm not in any means trying to make money off presets because like, fuck, it honestly takes me like 3 seconds to make a preset and you can just have it for free. Because that's the type of guy I am. Anyway, so just for this image, an example, the only thing that I would realistically change, I'd come over to the crop and same as before, I would just try get him center of the frame and bam, I'd slam that on my page, post it, come up with some quirky caption that's meant to engage people in the commenting, and I'd be like, yeah, look at this guy, he's having a fucking good time. What are you getting up to today, fam? What are you getting up to today, fam? Shut the fuck up, Mitchell. Oh my God. Anyway, so they're the Sony photos. As you can see, very easily done. Raw images, you can get the more out of them. So we'll go jump into a raw GoPro image. Let's have a look at, see this one here is a very unique image. And to be honest with you, because of how bright the sky is, it's gonna be hard to bring this photo back, I'm not gonna lie, but we can do it. So straight off the bat, you can hit auto to give you an example of what it would do. And auto did 2 parts of fuck all there, hence why I never really use it. So I'm gonna jump straight into light, and straight off the bat, the GoPro has sort of just overexposed this image just a little bit. So I'm gonna drop the exposure, I'm gonna pump the contrast a bit, and then I'm gonna drop highlights because highlights is what is killing this image right now. I'm gonna drop the highlights, I'm gonna pump the shadows. Wait, am I doing that the right way? Sorry, no, I'm not doing it the wrong way. I'm gonna drop the shadows, and you know what, I'm gonna take some of the white out of this as well because it's just so fucking in your face. I'm gonna turn the black up a little bit. And then like straight away, like if you were to hold your finger down on the photo, you can see what it looked like before and what you've just done to it now. And by no means is this done at all, but that's just purely the light. You can also play with the curves. So you can click on this guy here, and these are like gonna be your highlights, your shadows, and I think it's like your contrast maybe, something like that. But yeah, you can just like play with this curve and just like, you know, just have a little bit of a play. It's all trial and error, you know what I mean? Like, you can just play with it, and it's just free, and you can do whatever you feel like to make the best out of your image. So you can come into color again. Actually, no, sorry, not color. We'll go straight into effects, and we'll play with that clarity. Yeah, a little bit of clarity, a little bit of texture, a little bit of vignetting. I think that's how you say it, vignetting. I'm not really too sure. I'm really bad with words. If you haven't guessed that already. The dehaze one's really gonna, oh baby, the dehaze one has really saved this photo, like honestly. And then we can go into color, and this is where you can really have fun with it, especially because this image is so, it was so overexposed. So the hue, I'm just gonna change the color of those greens to make them a little bit more green. Saturation, just a touch, and luminance, we'll darken it down a little bit. And then I think that's a pretty good photo of what I was taking a photo of. So if you look at it, what it looked like in the very beginning, which looked like shithouse, and then what it looks like now, all in, you know what, half a minute, 2 minutes, I don't know, whatever. It's still so much easier and so quicker. And then, like I've said, this app is free. This app's free. So that's a cool like little that's a cool little edit. So you can like I showed you before, there's the option to make a preset, but if you don't think that it's going to be something you're going to go back to a lot, and just for the certain situation you're going to need those settings again, we'll come back up to this guy up here, and we'll just hit copy settings, because that's what you can do, and just tick this guy here, and then we'll jump into another GoPro image. Let's have a look at another GoPro image. This guy, okay, very similar image, and as you can see, because there is so much light, the image is quite exposed. And then so we'll come up to the top again, and then we'll just paste the settings. And that looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Like I actually generally enjoy that image. I think it actually turned out a lot better than what I thought it would. And you can just do this on multiple images. Just go, if you've like shot something and it's just like bam, 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 copy them all, and then like, yeah, pretty much done. Export that shit, ready to go. Now, we'll jump into the images that I believe that most of the people that are watching this will have advantage of using, which is going to be an iPhone image. So we will look at, we'll have a look at this guy. This is a shot that I took. I was trying to take similar images from the GoPro, the iPhone, all that stuff. We got this really nice sun flare coming in from the sun. And we'll just start, we can hit auto, see what it does. Auto did 2 parts of fuck all. So I guess by anything, don't use auto, just have fun with it. So we'll jump straight into light. And now I'm just gonna pump the contrast straight off, because I really want that, like those little rainbow flares to really start to pop. I might even drop the exposure just a little bit. And it's all trial and error, guys. And it really, like I was saying before, it just comes down to what you want your image to look like. And this app is definitely gonna let you be able to do that. It's as simple as that. And then that's pretty much as I do there. We'll go into the effects, and good old clarity comes in, makes them shit look good. We'll dehaze it a bit. Oh, baby, look at that. You're starting to get everything looking schmick. A little bit of that. A little bit of texture, and then we'll go into the color. And obviously, like, I didn't really touch too much on this stuff here, but the vibrance, saturation, and tint and temperature. If you want the image to look a little bit more blue, you can just drop that a little bit. And as you can see, just purely from dropping the temperature a little bit, the skies in the background there have sort of really started to pop. But I'm gonna go straight into the colors, and because I am mainly targeting the green leaves here, I'm gonna pump that a little bit. Put a little bit more saturation in its life, and a little bit more luminance to make those greens a little bit darker and nicer. And then because there is a little bit of blue sky in there, we can actually go either to aqua or blue. They'll both do it. But we'll just play with the blues a little bit, maybe touch the saturation up a little bit of luminance. And then you have to remember that obviously an iPhone image, like I said, doesn't shoot RAW, so there's less that you can actually do to the image, but there's still enough in there that you can actually make it quite a nice looking image. And then after doing that, I think I might put the temperature down a little bit more. And then like, I just feel like I just need it. It's still a little bit too bright, so we'll go back into light. I think I might pump the contrast a little bit more, and then we'll drop these highlights. And then all of a sudden, it doesn't look too bad. Like, it's obviously not the greatest image to begin with. I was just trying to take weird shit just to show that you can sort of make a bad image look semi-decent. And then like, you just click on the before and after, and you know, it looks pretty good. Like, looks pretty good to me. We'll jump into another iPhone image, just because, like I said, I feel like these are going to be the best images that people will be using. So I've got this photo of this bike rider. Straight off the bat, I'm just going to go into the crop section, and we're just going to crop it so he is in center frame. And there's obviously all these other things over here, like healing and selecting. So if you have like a, I don't know, I'll try to see if I can find an image where I want to remove something or heal it, but you can all do that. There's so much to do in this app. But for today, I think we'll just focus on purely just the colors and just making quick edits to make your photos look better. So we'll go straight into the light here. We're gonna pump the contrast. We're gonna drop the highlights. That's one thing you will notice, especially with like any phone really, besides like the Google Pixel, that it will overexpose images, which for me, not a big fan of. So we'll drop the shadows as well, and we'll drop the blacks, just because the image is so goddamn bright. We'll come into the effects tab here. We'll pump the clarity. We'll give it a bit of texture. We'll even dehaze it a little bit, just to make it a little bit more moody. And then we can even click into details. Details will just sharpen the image a little bit. You can sharpen just a touch. And then we'll go back into color. We'll make it a little bit colder in temperature, just because it makes it feel like, you know, you're out there in the freaking wilderness. Go to the greens. We'll give the greens a little bit more life. We'll saturate it a little bit more, just like that. And then, what else will we do here? We'll go back into the light, because I just feel like it's still a little bit too exposed. Shadows, yeah, we can probably drop the highlights a little bit more. Probably even can like, give some more, give some more clarity. And like I said, guys, it's all really just in the eye of the beholder, and just having fun with it and playing around. But then, like, straight for me, like, it's just like, and that like you know what I mean? Like, it just looks so much better. Just looks so much better. But yeah, like, and you know, some people might be like, oh man, you're like, that's not the real image, you know, you're editing it, you're making it look fake. And I'm like, you know what, that's cool if you think that. I think I'm enhancing an image, I'm making it look better than what it really is. Because in reality, when I took that photo on my iPhone, it looks nothing like that. Like, what that background does look like on the, like, what that section there, so from this image here, so my before, so that backdrop naturally looks like that backdrop. That's what it naturally looks like in the natural. So that's obviously taken on my Sony camera. It captures everything a lot better. And especially when it comes to iPhone edits, you can definitely bring an image closer to what it looks like. I do, however, want to go and have a look at another random iPhone photo that I've taken, just to show you, what you can really do. So this is a photo that I took on my iPhone back of Big White. You know, looks quite good straight off the bat. Perfect lighting, looks really nice blue skies. But like I said to you, you can always just make it look a little bit better. So we'll just do a little bit of contrast. We can either drop or pump the highlights to make the snow look a little bit better. We can definitely do that. But in the same time, we'll drop the shadows to give that a little bit of emphasis on the trees and the whites and then the blacks. Yeah, we'll go dark on the blacks. And then we'll go over to clarity and effects. Yeah, a little bit of that, a little bit of texture, a little bit of dehaze, a little bit of vignetting. Ooh, that's way too much. And then we can go into color, drop the temperature a little bit. I think I might actually go back and make the whites a little bit more poppy from what I've done, just to make the white pop a bit more. And then yeah, like, I obviously haven't done too much to this photo, but like you can see, like, just a couple seconds, it just looks like a nice looking photo. It's as simple as that. And I feel like that's all I'm trying to do today, is just show people how easy it is to get the best out of your image. You know, if you want to. I'm not telling you have to do this, but I'm letting you know that this app is free. It's very easy to do. and it could help you for like whatever you're doing. You could be an influencer on Facebook or whatever, or a model, and you've got, you know, you might be a strictly iPhone only type person because that's all you've got to use. And I'm like, well, you can just up your photo game. It's super easy. But yeah, besides that, that's everything. I guess the last thing I can show you is to export an image. You would just click up here, you hit save to camera roll. I recommend using the maximum available size so that you get the best and most out of your image, so you can use it everywhere. And yeah, you'll click maximum available, it'll start rendering. And then, wham bam, thank you Sam. Slam that on Instagram. Show the world that whatever you need to show them. But yeah guys, so that's oh, probably should stop the probably should stop the old screen recording, because otherwise it'll be still going. Cool. I guess I did. I hope that saved. Oh, now I've got to pay $5 fucking. Oh, are you fucking kidding me, cunt? The things I do for you guys. I just paid $6 so I can show you guys how good this app is. Now this app is technically not free for me. You're all set. Thank you. Enjoy the pro version. I better fucking do some more screen recordings. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope it helps you with your photo editing process. I really, really hope that you guys download this app and start, you know, upping up your picture game. It's honestly so easy. You can just turn your photos into something a lot better. I'm not saying that your photos are bad, but they could always be better. Even my photos could always be better. But yeah, so download the app, enjoy, have fun with it. Be sure to tag me in any of the photos that you do use Lightroom for to make your photos look better, because I want to see them. I genuinely want to see them. I enjoy watching people's editing process. I enjoy seeing people get the most out of their images. But besides all that guys, make sure you like the video if you like it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to. You don't have to. But yeah, pat puppies, enjoy life, have fun. I don't know, man. Go walk outside, smell the fresh air, be present. I think that's one thing that I'm learning and indulging in at the moment, is being present in the moment and enjoying the moment. As much as we all want to look forward to our future, none of it will be worth it if we're not grateful and, you know, enjoying the now. This is the moment. The journey is just as important as the destination, you know what I mean? But yeah, so have fun, enjoy life, and I'll see you guys in the next video.